Welcome to tonight's call with Brave Collective team. Tonight is a special evening. We have one of my favorite people ever. I think I can say that now after working with Garrett for, 13 months. He has become one of my favorite people, him and his wife, Sylvia. He is going to be speaking to us tonight. Now, some of you may already know who Garrett is. Lucky you. Some of you are like, who is this guy? I don't know who this guy is. Well, you get to hear from him tonight. He is the president of ANMP, the Association of Network Marketing Professionals, and has been for 10 years. That's a pretty big dang deal right there in and of itself. He can share with you more about that if he wants. But basically, what does that mean to us? He knows the industry inside and out. He knows the good, the not so good, the beautiful, the people. He knows the companies. He knows leadership. He knows how to make this work. He's built in the field to the top. I believe it's 5 different times, if I'm correct. My gosh, you guys, what more could you ask in leadership than somebody who understands the field, right? Understanding what it's like to build to the top. He gets that. He's done it. He's walked the walk. He's also been the CEO of a company before. Talk about that corporate knowledge and that insight that I certainly do not have. But the benefit and the value that that gives to our team is incredible. I saw somebody else say that he has the best laugh ever. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Nod your head. I'm seeing heads nod. He absolutely has the most infectious, just beloved laugh. I think I could recognize it from a mile away and go, Garrett's here. Oh my gosh. He is an incredible person, but more than his resume, who is Garrett as a person? Garrett is a man of his word. He is a man of integrity. He is a man of faith. He is a man of family. He is somebody who I know would give the shirt off of his back to serve somebody else. He is the definition of a servant leader. I've talked a lot, if you've been on my team, the 5 levels of leadership. And, the 5th level is pinnacle. And John Maxwell oftentimes says that the 5th level is almost rarely, if ever, achieved. And I always remember thinking when I was studying this for years ago, I was going, gosh, I'll be lucky if I can get to a level 4. That was my biggest goal. And I always dreamt of working with a level 5 leader, right? Man, who would I know that could be a level 5 leader? I knew John Maxwell was one of them, but I wasn't going to know him on a personal level at that point. Maybe one day. But Garrett, to me, is a level 5 leader. He is the pinnacle of leadership. He is what I admire to be. When I think of him, I think of that is the goal. I always think, one, what would Jesus do? But then what would Garrett do? I really do. He is someone that is truly an asset to our team. Now, who is he in relation to us as a team? Well, he is one, an incredible asset to the field. He is direct to house, and he has the Brave Society and us underneath him, and a 3rd leg. I think it's Sandy and Sandy Bertin. Is that right? And so he's got a vast majority of the company underneath his leadership. Could we be in better hands? I don't think so. But he is our upline, guys. He is who I work with, speak with almost on a daily basis. Bless his heart, he has to deal with me. But he is our leadership, our guy. Utilize him and listen to his words tonight. You're going to hear his story, but he's also incredible at peeling back the curtain of this industry and what he sees in Bravenly and why he said yes here. Guys, listen to what he says and how he explains what he sees for the next 6 months. Before we open it to Garrett, because I want him to talk the rest of the night, I want to make sure that you guys saw one thing that was posted today. Who loves team retreats? Drop it in the chat, wave your hand. Who loves them? Who loves community? Who's been on one with our team before? What did you think? Was it crazy, wild, and fun? I hope so. Did you get something out of it? I hope so. Well, guess what? We announced another team retreat for the early part of October. It is at the island on Lake Travis. Did y'all see those pictures? It looks like a 5-star resort. It's incredible in the middle of Lake Travis, overlooking the lake. It is going to be an incredible time. That contest aligns with Bravenly's contest, so there's no competing there. Guys, get there. Garrett's going to talk about that. But also, I want you to write something down. This is what we're going to be focused on starting tomorrow, the last 7 days of the month. We are going to be doing an AT3 boom. Some of you have seen us do some booms before. It's a countdown, an AT3 countdown. Our goal as a team is to get to 1,000 AT3s by the end of the month. Now, what is an AT3? Ask, tool, and third-party validation, right? Ask, tool. It's the conversation of you inviting someone to take a look at Bravenly. Make the ask. Invite them to take a look at a tool. The Why Bravenlys are incredible. We've got one on Thursday. We've got another one on Monday. I'll be on that one. We've got some recorded calls. We've got our customer support page, the Bravenly Insider page, the official Bravenly Breakthrough page. We've got videos galore. My goodness. Aspen did an incredible video on her wall the other night that I think last time I looked had like, I don't know, 24,000 views or something. It's insane. Share the tool. And then the 3 is the third-party validation. As we process through an AT3, you're going to say, I did an ask, I did a tool. You're going to boom, 1,000, boom, 999, boom, 998. And by the end of the month, in the next 7 days, we want to hit 1,000. That's our challenge, is to ramp up activity. Why is activity important? Garrett can speak to this too. Why is activity important? Activity leads to conversation. Conversation leads to someone being open to taking a look at Bravenly, which then leads to a potential sale, which then leads to building your business and, of course, earning credits for Cancun, which you might have seen our next dream trip, as well as our team retreat. So who is down for an AT3 Boom Challenge? Let me see it in the chat. Let me see it in your hands. Who's going to do it? Guys, if we each did like 5 to 10 right there, we've just boom. On the team, we'll crush the 1,000 goal. Okay, without further ado, you're tired of hearing me talk. Say, shut up, Tara, move over. It's Garrett McGrath, everybody. I cannot wait for us to hear him. Go ahead, Garrett.
Well, first of all, you're super kind and really nice. And I just want to say thank you very much for that really beautiful introduction. And I do believe that we should give all the glory and honor to God, and truly do believe that when we tap into a higher power, when we tap into mission, not just money, we make more of a difference. And when we get the focus outside of ourselves, we do better. You know, when you think in terms of a gift, you know, I don't think in terms of selling products. I think in terms of supporting people. And another way to think about AT3 is because you're going to, if the ask is only about serving you, I think you're going to ask less. I think when you think about the ask as being a doorway or an opportunity to serve other people, I think you're going to ask more. So that's part of what I think is so important. So when you said servant leadership, that's what I think about. I want to serve people. And there's so much I could talk about here tonight, but I mean, you know, here's the thing. We're looking for people who are looking. So think about that. We're looking for people who are looking. And there are people who are looking for ways to support themselves on their health journey. So think about that, because I think more people are more focused on their health than they've ever been, because when you feel better, you do better. We don't make health claims in our products. They don't treat, they don't cure, they don't mitigate any diseases. What we can do is share, because we don't have to overly focus on selling science and putting on a stethoscope and doing all these things, because our products are so simple to share. They taste great, they're convenient, and that for the most part, whatever result you're looking for, you're going to find in the first month. So that's a pretty simple place from which to build things. Does that make sense? Like, you know, I know Christine's got a lot of great understanding of nutrition. I don't have any. You know, the realities are that's not my area of expertise. Like when I look at so many of you share, I don't have any of that. Well, when someone looks at what we do here, particularly when you share as a customer that they maybe become a business builder, they're asking themselves the question, is it worth it? Can I do it? And will you support me? And I think too often we say too much and we stay too long. We're better off just sharing information and returning than sharing the same information and staying. Does that make sense? So it just works better because you're looking for people who are looking, who want to do something about their current situation, who'll finish. So I want you to think about that. You're looking for people who are looking. Let me give you an example. I know that you guys are living in the Texas area, so you had the hurricanes go through. So think about this. You're looking for people who are looking. You could have started a conversation who want to do something about their current situation. You could have started a conversation with them about health, finances. They could have had a sense of urgency and they were going to do something about it, but the hurricane rolled in. So now what happened is what you had there, another priority has just come in front of that. Does that make sense? And that's got to roll its way out. So you can't and you don't want to come off as, I want you to put that in front of this other priority. That doesn't work that way. You're looking for people who are looking, who want to do something about their current situation. Now that people have got the hurricane, the cleanup and things behind them, they're going, hey, I want to do something about this right now. And you can circle back with people. Hey, you know what? I'm glad that you're doing okay. You know, I've been following along. I know we've been texting with one another. I've been seeing you go through the cleanup and people get back. I've spoken with people who are in Texas who have been doing that cleanup and they've been saying to me, because people put me on the phone with other people, what are they saying? Oh my gosh, it was really challenging. I'm glad that we're safe, but I had to spend extra money, even part of this cleanup. You know, it's taken off the time. I realized it, you know, just made me think about things. I'm looking forward to starting this business, or I'm looking forward to doing this. So remember, we're looking for people who are looking for us. We're looking for people who are looking who want to do something about it. So that's why it's important to come back with people. Let me give you another one. Guys, you want to do an AT3, sometimes you need to get back with people because you've already done the ask, but you haven't got to the tools because they got interrupted in that point in time. There are so many great tools that you can share with people today. It's insane. You know, one of the things I love to do is to go into, and guys, also want to say this as well, mindset. We've been through some pretty weird times just in the last few weeks. You know, I didn't think I was ever going to come to this country. I'm a guest in this country. I've got a green card. I'm married to Sylvia. I chose to be in the United States because I think it's an absolutely amazing country. I didn't think in my lifetime I'd be in the country where there's a presidential assassination attempt. Guys, think about how that just consumes social media, how that consumes people. It makes you think that things are less stable than you ever thought they were going to be. And we feel some kind of way about this, regardless of where you are in the political spectrum, doesn't matter. That changes. So suddenly you were going to do something about it, you got distracted by something else, now you're coming back to it, and it changes. So we change, you know, how we feel. We also realize that network marketing has had some issues as well. Understand, I believe our company is an incredible company. I believe the network marketing space is an amazing space, and more people looking. Guys, I believe that more people are looking for network marketing than have been looking before. Think about this. Uber was something that was really shiny and people thought was absolutely fantastic till they realized over a few years of doing it, you know what, there's wear and tear in your car. You can go out and make some money, but in the eventually days, it's not as profitable as they thought. And people are looking for other things. They tried digital media, they tried influencer marketing, tried all these other things, and they realized that sometimes they get a pop of income, but it's not consistent income. Sometimes they have a pop of income, but it's not in the community. Sometimes they had a pop of income and they realize you can't get off the treadmill. They got to find something else. And over time, their credibility goes. So now they're going, oh my gosh, I'm looking now for something else. So I will tell you, network marketing is going to go through another renaissance and growth period, but the companies that they're looking for have to have a strong modern product mix, strong modern compensation plan, and a strong modern brand. We have all those things. Also, people are looking for a field first founder. They want a company that is like with a leader like Aspen that's going to be there for you and that you know has walked a mile in your shoes and you know that she has done what you're looking to do. All of you that are on here are different places on your journey, but guess what? Aspen Emery went through that journey with you. Aspen Emery has been on this journey before. Her hindsight becomes your foresight. So she knows what you're going through. She's built face to face and she's built online. She has been built a traditional business at the same time they were building their network marketing business. She's been successful and she's worked in the corporate world in a network marketing company that was doing almost $750 million in sales. So now when she's running the company, you have that collaboration and you've got that foundation that is built on a rock that she's got you, she understands you, and she's going to keep that offer and promise for you. That's something that's really strong. So guys, we're really blessed that we have a compensation plan that pays up to 35% on the suggested retail price of the products. And we pay it not just weekly, but as soon as after the first week. That's already in place. But think about this. Not only do we pay you that, the second month when your people buy more many times, people buy more products their second month, guess what we do? We repay you again. We don't dilute how much you get paid. We don't pay you less the second month. When you qualify again, we'll pay you all of the monies again, and you get to do it in the community. So you're not going outside your home. You're not having to go constantly looking for new customers. And there's the potential when people get a result, they repeat purchase. When they repeat purchase, they tend to ripple effect. So in other words, they suggest it to other people. We have a strong middle of our comp plan. We've got levels because we pay out up to 55%. This company, when I looked at it, Aspen said, I'm organizing the company to pay out 50 cents on the dollar. When Sylvia and I were looking at it, they were paying up between 55 and 59%. That means they can be strong in the middle. So when people transition over here, so remember what I said, we're looking for people who are looking, who want to do something about their current situation. We've got the perfect comp plan to do that. They also want to improve their health. We've got great products that do that. They're craveable, so they taste great. They're impactful. They're affordable. They're convenient. So you can share that. And then they can also see, I can do this as well to build a business. And then the back end. Guys, think about this. We've got a strong leadership program, which means that no matter what you're doing, you know that we can pay you and will pay you on the back end. What does that mean? Eventually, I'd like to get out of the place where all of the results are only being created by you. I would love to be part of a community where I can go on retreats together with other people. Rank advancement is not just built upon structure. You don't need structure in order to rank advance because the way our comp plan is organized, that you have leadership retreats, and it's worth my while helping other people become leaders as well, because we pay on 6 generations of leadership. So we pay on levels and generations of leadership. So we're strong in the front, strong in the middle, and strong at the legacy or lifestyle income that's also available. We have the right compensation plan for times such as these. We have the right products for times such as these. We have the right leadership for times such as these. And we have the right community for times such as these. We are blessed where we're at. But you got to believe that. And that's the piece, like I'm trying to say, is to guard your thought process. Because our perspective is either poison, it is a prison, or it's powerful. And I can tell you, one of the challenges that you can get into when you consume too much media, I will tell you, I was paralyzed the day that the assassination attempt on President Trump happened. I was paralyzed. I was like everyone else. I was glued to that TV. I was watching social media. People were texting with me, and all of those texts and all those communications were about that. They were about nothing else. Now, I'm not knocking that, but what I'm trying to say is I was completely consumed. In fact, I was on it, talking to Aspen, and she said, "Are you seeing what's going on?" I said, "No." And so I then turned on the TV because it does not like me to turn on the TV. And I turned on the TV. Guess what? You're there. And then you put on top of that a hurricane. Then you put on top of that what's going on with in network marketing, and you put on top of this, and then what happens is our thoughts get really trapped in a poison place where we think to ourselves, you know what, it's not even worth it. People, this industry, this country, this world, it's just going to heck in a handbasket, and you just are doing nothing. But realize there's more people looking for you. Are you getting this place that's a prison where you say to people, "Oh, you know what? I already asked this person. They told me they're going to look at this tool. They didn't do it. I've reached out to them twice. So I'm not going to try and do that third party. In other words, the follow-up piece of what it is that I started. I'm not going to finish it because they know. And if they didn't know, I'll just wait here until they get back with me." So what does that do? It leaves you in this prison. It leaves you in this place of inaction. Remember, the only conversation that counts, guys, is the conversation that you have with the other person. So let's say that I was talking with Katie, and let's say Katie and I got into conversation before the hurricane, before the President Trump, presidential assassination, or before some of the things that happened in social media. Or here's another one. Tara's got 5 kids. So I want you to imagine this. So imagine Katie's having a conversation with Tara. And Tara is absolutely, she did the ask and she said, "I'm going to look at this tool." And she had every intention of doing this. And can you imagine the scene where Tara, it's the summer, the kids are all at home, and for whatever reason, they had a watermelon on the counter, and one of the kids pushed the watermelon off. It fell splat on the floor, and there's watermelon everywhere. She's going around trying to clean up everything up. Do you think she's going to remember the fact that she said she was going to look at that tool? No. It just got wiped out of her mind. And you're saying to herself, "Oh, you know what? It's the second time I've talked to Tara. She told me that she was going to look at that tool. She has got no interest in this. If she ever does, she'll get back with me in her own time." That will leave you in a prison. And the truth is, Tara had every intention, but she got distracted like so many of us do. How many of us would agree that June's been one of the most distraction-filled and July's been one of the most distraction-filled times we've ever had? Raise your hand if you're on here, if you believe it. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that July. I can see Katie saying that. Put a 1 in the chat so I can see that. That is the truth. Every one of you going 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And those of you that are not, you're distracted. Because if 100% of you are not doing that, that is the reality. You were distracted. You didn't even hear what it is that I said because it was a simple thing to do. Guys, and we're all on here and we're all focused on here. I'm not trying to make fun. I'm trying to help us understand that this is the reality of what it is that we're looking for. We can have a perspective that's poison, that's a prison, that's where most of us get stuck, or it can be powerful. And a powerful way to put it is going, "Hey, it has been a crazy July. It has been a crazy month. And you just need to get back with people and share with them that AT3 boom is a brilliant idea. You want to do it. Guys, we also have the Why Bravely Summer series. And I'm going to share with you one of the things that I love to use as a tool to get back with people. So, for example, if I happen to know someone who has 5 children who are saying to me they don't have enough time to do this, and even if I never watched Tara do the live, I would suggest to you that you go back on the YouTube channel and you look at the lives that were on Watch Them Again. So when I watch that, I want you to write down who comes to your mind. So if I knew Tara, I would go, "Oh my gosh, Tara Castaneda." I know it's you that's speaking. So Katie, let's say Katie has 5 kids as well, or Amy, or whoever it is that's got kids. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say is you come to my mind and I go, Katie, I just watched this video and there's this lady, Tara, who spoke. And as soon as I heard her talk, she's right at 5 minutes and 10 seconds in, I immediately thought of you. You wouldn't believe it, but she's also got 5 kids, and her story is really cool. Just watch it for for about 5 minutes and tell you what you think. Tell me what you think. Here's what's interesting. That person is going to go, why does Tara think this person is like me? Or she tells me, oh, they've got 5 kids that makes
Are you in
it,
the shower?
or that really like me. Does that make sense? So you can, what it does is it has people go, boom, why is that? And they watch for a few minutes, and as soon as they do, what are they going to do? They'll watch the rest of it. And even if they were the second speaker or the person you related to was the third speaker, they'll start there, they'll watch it, and they'll go, oh, what did I miss on the start of it? It's a great way to get people to look, because remember what I said, AT3, you're looking for people who are looking, who want to do something about their current situation, who will finish. So often they get distracted along the way. If you have a perspective that's powerful, you will realize they just got stuck along the way. It just wasn't the right time for them to come along the way. We just need to reach out and give them the space and grace and follow up with them along the way. We've had a hurricane. We've had an assassination attempt. We've had weird time. And here's another one. It's the summer. Guys, it's the summer. The kids are home. There's more distractions. They're fun distractions. It's a cool time. You love these. But some of the funniest things happen over the summer when all the kids are at home. And you had every intention to do something and then you forgot. So this AT3 challenge that you're doing is so important. If you have any intention and you would like to go into the end of this year and into next year with a whole new situation or just a better situation, it starts now. And this is what I'm trying to say. The summertime is a great time, as in every time, to build a business. But if you like community and you want to go to the retreat that was is organized by Tara and the team, I love the fact, the way I went and looked at it online, the way you have it organized, which is this month is double points, correct, Tara? So you've got double points right now for what you do in July. Guys, a body in motion tends to stay in motion. But I will say this, you have to have the intention. And I just want to say this. Now, I don't want to be saying that we're going to go all work and no play. I think that intention can be integration. What I mean by that is this. If I'd like to do something over the summer, it doesn't need to be an all or nothing. You can have an intention and carve out a little bit of time, because don't say I'm going to find the time. You won't find the time generally any time in the year. You're never going to find the perfect time. And in the summer, it's very hard to find time. But if you carve out time, what I mean by that is make time and say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make some time. You know, at nighttime, instead of just watching TV, like I tend to do this, I watch The Why Braven Leaves. I read a book. I do things that are going to serve me, grow me, and help me, because I want to be in a good mindset when I go out there and build a business. So what I want to do is, what's going to grow me, help me, and serve me? I might watch one of the Why Braven Leaves. When I'm watching that Why Bravenly, I will write down the people who's come to my mind. I'll write down when it is that they speak in the video. And then the next day or that night, I will send out and invite them to look at this tool. Ask to this tool. I'm just giving you some ideas. You can do it live. You can do it follow up. But the other thing that I like to do is when I do the ask and I want people to look at the tool and do the follow up, is I don't just use one method to reach out to someone. If I've been reaching out with someone on Messenger on Facebook and it's just not been working, let me just say something. Sometimes when someone is on Facebook a lot, Messenger moves too fast. And remember, we talked about forgetting something. Remember, talking about that watermelon falling on the floor and you forgot about something? What you can also do is send them a text, because texts tend to be there as well. The other thing I like to do is put a voice clip after the text as well, because people have a tendency to listen to voice clips. I'll give them a call. And what does that call do? It makes them look at their phone. Most times people don't pick up. But what they do look and go, oh, Tara must really want to get a hold of me. Katie must really want to get a hold of me. Lauren really must want to get a hold of me. Amy must really want to get a hold of me. Tiffany must have something important that she wants to share with me. It doesn't mean they pick up, and they doesn't mean that I have this way of looking and saying, oh, you know what? Tara must really not like me. I've messaged her, I've texted her, I've voice clipped her, I have called her, I left her a voicemail, I sent her an email, I put a card in the mail, and she has not responded at all. I think that she absolutely doesn't like me at all. That would be poison. Or another thing that she'll say is, I've done all these things. Tara knows I want to get in contact with her, so she knows this. I'm not going to bring this up one more time until she gets back with me. That puts you in a prison. That doesn't put you in a powerful place. Or you're in a powerful place and you say, I did all these things. She knows that it's important. There must be other important distractions and things going on in her life. Give her the grace and the space. And don't send a passive aggressive text and says, you do know that I've been trying to get in contact with you, don't you? I've reached out to you the last time I sent you, I did all these things. How many of you don't even realize you're putting passive aggressive into your information as opposed to giving people space and grace? I'm so good at being politely persistent. I go, Katie, you know what? It's been a crazy summer. I know that you got so many some things going out. I've reached out to you and I know that we just keep missing one another. No worries whatsoever. You know what? I was actually watching this thing last night and I thought about you. This person spoke and there were 10 minutes and 15 seconds in. You just need to watch this for a few minutes and tell me what you think. Looking forward to hearing back from you, and I'll give you a call either way tomorrow. Boom. I've re-engaged the conversation. That makes sense. I've gone back into AT3, because it's not complete until I get you to the 3. And sometimes people are at the 3, they go, Garrett, I want to buy products. And that was pre-hurricane. Garrett, I want to buy the products. That was pre the assassination attempt. Garrett, I want to buy the products. That was pre what happened on social media. Garrett, I want to buy the products. That was before, the dog fell in the pool, and then my daughter fell in afterwards, and then my husband fell in, and we realized none of us can swim. No. I'm just saying, you're just like, you don't know, and I know trying to make light of it. Guys, we just need to have fun with this. We got to guard, and I'm going to finish with this and open up for any questions. One of the things that I'm really good at is guarding my thoughts, because the only conversation that counts is the conversation you have with the other person. Write it down, underline it. The only conversation that counts is the conversation you have with the other, not the one that you have in your head. So bear with me here. How many of you know that when you're depressed or your mood is down, you tend to have pretty poisonous, non-productive thoughts? We all can get there. I was super paralyzed. I started saying to myself, man, what is going on in this country? What is going on in this world? What is going on? I mean, I literally had to put my mind in a mind reset. On Sunday morning, I literally went to church, and not just for 1 hour, I took 3 hours to reset myself so I could come into a new week with a different mindset, because I was really feeling it. Because otherwise, I'm human just like you, and I can put poison into my thoughts, and I can put over the top or into my thoughts things that are just not there. are ones that are a prison that's keeping me from getting back. Oh, you know what? No one wants to hear from me. They're also dealing with the fact that we just had a presidential assassination attempt, but they just went through a hurricane. They just went through this. I can say, I can be a real human and give real human things going, hey, you know what? If you're just like me, you're probably a little bit disturbed or very disgusted or with what just happened. I'm just reaching out to see that you're okay. And by the way, whenever you're ready, we can have that conversation that we were just on. Be a real human. You don't need to press on it. You can then 2 days later, the other thing I do to guard my thoughts is I listen to worship music in the morning. I have a worship music list. I told Tara, what am I reading? I mean, I suggested to her that she maybe wants to read the book Hidden Potential by Adam Grant. I read a book every week. Why? Because I am multiple times throughout the day picking up a book, something that can recenter me. And I'll finish with this. Remember why reading a good book, and sometimes it is the good book, capital T, capital B, the good book, because that's what I want to read. Or sometimes I read my John C. Maxwell, the good book, which has the Bible, but it's got the John C. Maxwell teaching with it. Or sometimes I read another good book, but I want to because the good book cleanses you of the day that you just had, cleanses, wipes it clean, cleanses you of the day that you just had, challenges you to have a better day the next day. And then from there, I look at what is it that I want to create in my life and just get focused on that. And then I write down what I want to do the next day. So I make a list. I don't fool myself into believing that I'm going to find time. I make time, I schedule time, put in some time, and then I look at what did I learn from that day. Guys, we all can do this. And let's just make a decision to what it is that we want to do this month. And let's finish with that. And I don't want anyone to feel like if you're stuck and right now is not the right time and you are overwhelmed and you're still tidying up from the hurricane or you're still trying to put yourself together since the presidential campaign, the assassination attempt, was there, or you're still trying to put yourself together because you feel some kind of a way by what you're seeing on social media or something's going on in your family, or you're feeling some kind of a way because all your family's home and you're a little overwhelmed and you feel like, you know what, I'm just going to focus on my family and that's the best I got. You know what? That's the best you got. This is not a blame company. This is an authentic accepting company, which means we accept you authentically. Authentic acceptance, it means no strings attached. Oh, well, I accept you as long as you're working this month. I accept you as long as you're buying products. I accept you as long as you give me referrals. I accept you as long as you're doing AT3. That's not true. We accept you wherever you are because we're looking for people who are looking who want, we're looking for people who are looking who want to do something about their current situation now. Sometimes they want to, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they get started, sometimes they stall, sometimes they start over again. But we don't push people out by making them feel badly, by figure wagging, by making people feel guilty, by blaming people, by making them feel burdened. Guys, this is about lifting up people, being their good person for people and making that happen. So guys, whatever you choose to do, just do it with a servant leader's heart. Do it with a light heart. If you're not feeling like a servant leader and not feeling like light, reset that for yourself. Go into the breakthrough group. Look at the stories in there. Realize what these products are doing for people. Our products don't treat, they don't cure, they don't mitigate, they don't prevent any diseases, but it can help you feel good about that and realize what we have as a gift. You want to have the same thing on the insider group so that can reset your mindset. Maybe listen to worship music, maybe read the Bible. But guys, read a good book. It's not just a set it and forget it. It's something that we need to do daily. And I do this every day. It's one of the things when you get around Liam, if you were to ask Liam or you to ask Sylvia, do I just do it one day? No. There's something about it. Many of you, I'll finish with this thought. How many of you have ever gone into a room and you swept the room and go, this room is perfectly clean. And I never have to sweep that room for the rest of my life. That's not the way it works. You got to come in the next day and sweep it. It's even better analogy than just weeding the garden. Things need to be swept daily. Your mind's one of them. So I hope that this was somehow helped, but I love the T3 boom. And don't get all perfectionistic and say, this is not the perfect month for me. Just get started. It's the book of Acts, not the book of good intentions, not the book of perfection. It's not the book of procrastination. It's the book of Acts. Faith without works is dead. Life rewards action. Emerson said, do the thing and you shall have the power. So often, the motivation comes on the other side of the action. Action, doubt kills action, but action kills doubt. The key can be getting into action. And what is that action? AT3, just doing it with the right mindset, but either way, doing it will make it happen. So I hope this is, Tara, what you wanted. I'm totally open if anyone's got a question or anything that you'd like to do, but I want to say this. I love you all. And I have such massive admiration for people who really want to figure out a way to take charge of their lives. I'm here in the United States because I believe that when it comes to having freedoms to be entrepreneurs, having freedoms to celebrate our faith, having freedoms to live our lives the way we want to live them, this is the best country in the United States for doing this. And I'm not saying that other countries are not good, but this is the one that I chose to live in. I will say this, and I love Ireland. My family lives in Galway in the west of Ireland. My brother lives in London. I've lived in so many different countries around the world. And we can all get weirded out by things, but we need to reset. We have a brilliant God. We have a great country. We have a great business. We have great families, and we have so much to be grateful for. We're just looking for other people who are looking for us. Our job is to find them, not create them, not cajole them, not convince them, find them. And I will say this, Tara, and I'm going to ask one more question. Let me ask Christina Harms. I'm going to ask Elizabeth, Brenda, Crystal, you're on here. Tiffany, I can see you as well. So ask you this question. How much better would your end of year be if you find one more person just like you or better? How much better would your business be? Elizabeth, just put your hand and say, it would be good. Give me a thumbs up. People give me 2 hands up. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe your business would be better. So Laura says, it would be great. Be brave said, with 1, it would be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It would be amazing. So think about this. You were found, you were not created. The person found you. Think about this. They found you. Elizabeth, they found you. They found you at the right time when you were in the right mindset to see what was shown to you and get going and do what you're doing. They found you. Have there been times, if you've been here for more than 1 month or 3 months, where you've been more engaged or less engaged? True or not true? We all get more. So I can see all the people that are being honest. So we change engagement. So let's not beat people up and be conditional people that says you're only a good person if you're working and you're here doing the business. That's not true. Life changes. Our job is we're looking for people who are looking for us. If you exist, guess what? They exist. That person found you. They didn't convince you. They didn't cajole you. They didn't arm twist you. They found you. We're looking for people who are looking for us. We're looking for people who want to do something about their current situation. When? Now. Who will get started, who will finish. Finishing can change over time. Sometimes we start and we're finishing, becoming a better customer. Sometimes we're building a business. Sometimes we go out of building a business just to being a customer. Sometimes we go up all the way and say, I want to be a leader. But over time, those oscillations change and we get to a place of consistency. We just want to make sure that everyone feels welcome no matter where they are in that journey. We want them to feel welcomed and to feel embraced, not pushed away. The better we get at doing that, the more successful we're going to be. So AT3, find the people that are looking for you, who want to do something about their current situation this month, and know that a lot of seeds may not be harvested or ripen this month. They might ripen next month. If they don't ripen next month, it might be September. and they may not ripen in September. It could be in January. But you know what? You just want to sow abundantly and you shall reap abundantly. All right, Tara, over to you. I know I said I was finished twice. Apologize, but I've got something just came into my mind. I saw Elizabeth or saw people say something. It sparked something in my mind. So I don't know if there was anything else.
I absolutely love it. I always take away something from you. The very end of what you were just saying reminded me of a story, and I'll share this and then we can wrap it up. When I was a little girl, my Meemaw and my Papaw, they're from East Texas. Yes, I call them Meemaw and Papaw. We would go to the corner of Texas and Arkansas and travel a little bit into Arkansas, and there used to be diamond digging fields. It's like a real place. Like, you might know what I'm talking about. I don't remember the name of it, but it's like a well-known thing. Every once in a while, it will make national news that somebody, yes, it's still there, that somebody has found an emerald or a diamond, or like this was a thing. And we'd go out there with my little brother, and my Mima and Papa would pack our little cooler with sandwiches, and they would sit with their little chairs. My brother and I would just dig all day long and get filthy dirty. But it reminded me of that story. I remember and you'd walk, and it was like these rows, and it was like empty rows of like where it would look like corn would be, but it was just dirt. And that's what it would look like. And I remember asking my Mimon, I'd walk down the middle of it, which was, it's all dirt, and then you could go this way or you could go that way. And I'd say, why can't I just find one just walking around? And she's like, no, you've got to dig for it. You have to look for it. It reminds me of that. We have to look for those who are looking. If you're just waiting for someone to find you, or if you're posting and praying, oh, I'm going to make it out there, they're going to come to me. If you're just walking around on the dirt looking for the next shiny diamond, you probably aren't going to find it, right? You've got to go and dig for it. You've got to go and look for it. How do you dig? You make the ask, you process through AT3s, and you find, you're sifting through the dirt to find the diamond. You're seeing who is it that is looking. That's what it reminds me of. So that's why I want to do this AT3 boom with you guys. Let's go find the people who are looking, because they are out there. Garrett, you're unmatched, my friend. You are just unmatched. I am so blessed to have our paths crossed. This team is blessed by you every single day, whether they know it or not. This company is blessed by you every single day, whether we know it or not. Thank you so much, guys. Let's go have an incredible end of the week. Remember, everything you do for credits doubles for our lake retreat for the end of this month. And let's go change some lives. Thank you so much, guys. Talk to you soon.
God bless. Thank you.